On this podcast, Jake and I are going to answer fan questions about the NBA draft. Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan.
And I'm Jake.
And today, like I said, we're just going to answer some questions.
So starting off with the first question we have from Prittle. The question is, will there be any major trades in the draft this year? And in my personal opinion, other than a possible Anthony Davis trade, I don't see anything happening. I don't see the league shifting as far as trades go in the draft.
I would tend to agree, except there's a small chance that Zion would say, I'm not going to play in New Orleans. Not a big enough market. I don't think that's in him with, his smile, his love for the game. But there's a 5% chance. And if he were to say that, I think they could trade the pick, or he might play. Colin Cowherd floated this idea that he could play for the U.S. international team, but for a year and then enter the draft. I don't see it, but it's an interesting concept.
A player of Zion's caliber, I don't think there's any way he backs away from this. I think his uncle or his stepdad came out and said that he's excited to play in New Orleans, and he had a positive meeting with the ownership, and I think he's going to have a good start to his career there. Who knows about the finish?
But I'm just going to throw it in, a dark horse possibility. Pelicans trade number 1 pick. But I don't believe it'll happen. Okay, also, Prittle comes in with another clutch question. Do you think the Lakers will trade their pick?
I think the Lakers will attempt to package it for Anthony Davis, maybe with some of the young core, Lonzo, Kuzma, Hart, Ingram, however they want to do it. I think they'll package it. I don't think that New Orleans will accept their deal. I think that they will end up drafting a piece of it.
Yeah, the only thing I could see Lakers trading for is Anthony Davis, so I think they'll hold that for. Let's go to another question. Nile drops this one. What are the chances that one of the consensus top 3 don't go in the top 3? So we're talking about Zion, Barrett, Morant. Will one of them slide out of the top 3?
I don't see it happening. I think that these players are the clear-cut top prospects in this draft. I don't think somebody like Darius Garland or a Cam Reddish or a Jarrett Culver will be able to break the top 3.
Yeah, I would agree. Unless there's injury or something extreme happening. Like I said, Zion, saying, I'm not going to play for Pelicans. I think that's the locked and loaded top 3.
Moving on, we have a question from Chris asking, where will Darius Garland go and why?
I have him going to LA at 4 because I think LeBron, they need shooting, but to me Reddish is the only guy that would really fit that mold. And he's just like a small forward. They already have Kuzma, Ingram. They're already crowded enough there. I think they need a playmaker. I don't think Lonzo Ball cuts it anymore. He's played as many games as he's been out for. Rondo's on a 1-year deal. He's probably gone. They need a playmaker like a Kyrie Irving. We saw LeBron work well with him. I think that could be Darius Garland.
I think that the Lakers already have enough guards. They already have Zoe. They already have Josh Hart at the shooting guard position. I think that Darius Garland ends up falling. I think he falls to the Suns. I think
at number 6.
At the 6th pick. I think it would be a great pickup for the Suns. He can run the point. He can play alongside Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. I feel like that would be a perfect situation for him to start off his young career.
And I don't think he would go 5. We're saying 4 and 6, but he wouldn't go 5 because Cleveland has that pick. They already have Colin Sexton. I think they go DeAndre Hunter. All right, let's go to the next question. My dad, thank you for these questions. Compare Zion, compare John Morant, and compare RJ Barrett to players that have played in the NBA, that are in the NBA. Start with Zion.
Starting off with the consensus number 1 pick, I think Zion, I think that he could be a Charles Barkley with a jump shot. Obviously, his jump shot's not a Steph Curry jump shot. It's not as consistent as I think he would like it to be, even at this point. But he will shoot it. You have to cover him out there. He can knock down the 3, unlike Charles Barkley. But he's as strong, as powerful, kind of an undersized power forward. I think his game is similar to Charles Barkley's in that of his strength. So I think that is a decent player comparison.
And I think he's a mix of the aforementioned Charles Barkley, but also Blake Griffin. His bounce, his athleticism, and his body type. Zion's a little bit stronger, but I think they have similar bodies and similar games. I could even see them having. They want to get it to the rack, but they can also step out and take a jump shot.
Agreed. Moving on to the best point guard in the draft, John Morant. I see him as a prime John Wall type player. I think he's got a better jump shot than John Wall, but as far as his passing ability goes and his athletic ability goes, I think that his game is similar to that of John Wall's. I think he can average those assists, double-digit assists. He's going to get his own in scoring on whatever roster he goes to, most likely the Grizzlies, and that's why I see him as a John Wall.
I agree. John Wall with a three-point shot. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he's a much better three-point shooter than John Wall. We mentioned that speed, that athleticism, the willing passer, the court vision. Reminds me of John Wall.
And moving down to R.J. Barrett, the second-ranked player out of Duke. I see him as an Andrew Wiggins. Now, I know Andrew Wiggins is not highly looked after in the NBA. Number 1 overall pick, viewed as a bust. But as far as their particular game goes, I think RJ does play very similar to Andrew Wiggins. I think that his shot, his three-point range is similar to Wiggins, and his attack, the way he goes after the rim, and the way he can get inside the lane. I think that both their games kind of mesh in that way.
And I would agree with that, but I'm going to throw out another guy, DeMar DeRozan. I like his mid-range ability of both of these guys, but I think he can step out and shoot a three a bit better than DeMar. He can attack, get crafty near the rim, and both are medium defenders. So those were the questions that we answered on today's podcast. These questions were submitted through Instagram. Follow the Into Sports Instagram page at Into Sports Podcast. And thank you for listening. Jake, thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm Jake.
And I love it.
We're out. Peace.